quite well educated and with not so many preconceived ideas, are convinced that there is a developing world where things are as they used to be 30 years ago. And this is appalling. That's why we in the Gapminder Foundation gave up the Middle Age and the old. And we would like to provide better education material so that children can really grow up now and be graduated with a fact-based worldview. It's extremely important. And you need to explain this the fill-up mechanism by which we will get 3 billion people. And that means that you can't stop the world population. I can hear environmentalists who say, we cannot be more than 7 billion people in the world. It will destroy the planet. It must stop now. They are proposing a Holocaust that is 1,000 times bigger than the last one, or about 500 times bigger than the last one. They don't understand what they are saying. There is no way we can avoid becoming 2 billion. Perhaps we can level off at 9. I'll show you a little more on this. Yeah, this is the fill-up in another way. The old die, the others grow up, they get their kids, the old die, they grow up. It's pretty easy. But it's not understood. And it's not because they grow older. But first I will show you where people are in the world. The 7 billion, there's 1 billion in the Americas, there's 1 billion in Europe, there's 1 billion in Africa, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 in Asia. So it was very easy to convince me to come here. And to 2050 there will be 2 more. There will be 1 more billion in Africa and 1 more billion in Asia. And thereafter, perhaps there will be 1 billion more in Africa. But the interesting thing here is that if I divide North and South America, I get 400 million in North America. And I divide East and West Europe, the Western world will then be more or less 1 billion people. Yeah, I left Japan and Australia out here, and it was difficult whether Greece should be part of it or not. You see how easy that joke always works. It's but it's an ethnic identity. The West is an ethnic identity, like being aristocrat. I come from an aristocratic family. It's just an identity. This will only be 1/10 of the world population. The one which now identify, I could take the OECD and involve Australia and Japan and so on, it's 1.2 billion. They will be 1/10. Which is the group of people that has understood this best that I've come across? That know this exactly. It's the CEO of the biggest international companies. They have all understood this. But they have a problem with their boards and an even bigger problem with their shareholders. If it depended on me, I would move the main office to Asia today, they say. But if we do that, the share will drop, because they don't grasp that that's the future. So we dare to handle it in one way or another. That's a very common statement I hear. And this is called the developing world still. I will propose today a new word for the developing world, a new way of dividing the world. If you don't divide it, as I later will give you an alternative in many different parts, I suggest that you call it the world. That's what it is. There is no way you can teach how it is in the developing world and put Malaysia in the same group as Afghanistan. Or put South Korea in the same group as Somalia. It's an intellectual level which is below the stage behind this. Let me show you UNICEF's latest publication. Here we have this report, and it has UNICEF has great statistics.